Can you hear my voice? This time this is my fight song. Take back my life.
All right, welcome to Two Woke Boys, episode 131. I am Chris.
I'm Cole.
And together, we are two Woke
Boys.
How dare you?
Welcome to the show. We are here, and how dare you for, why not? Something,
Yeah.
We're-
We'll find something.
Yeah, we're pissed
Yeah.
about
Believe
stuff.
me, in this show today, we will find plenty of times
Yeah.
to say how dare you to a lot of different people.
You know what it is? We just can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We just
all the
can't
time.
even
We
right
can't-
now.
We can't fucking even, dude.
You know what else I can't do today? You know what I don't want to do today?
Adult?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We were on the same wavelength there.
Of course, yeah. I mean, adulting is so
I
hard.
just don't want to adult today.
When I do laundry, I post about it.
Yep.
Because it's like, nailed it.
Adulting much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I fold my laundry? Absolutely
No.
not. It's still there from 3 weeks ago.
Right.
I have to do laundry again, and then there's like a new pile and then an old pile.
Right. And then you have the other tenants in the apartment building knocking on your door. Hey, is that your stuff in the dryer that's been there for a week?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'll get to it when I get to it, all right?
Yeah.
Go to the fucking laundromat. That's my drying machine.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're like, actually, it's not. It's the communal
yeah.
laundry, and then it's a whole
I put
thing.
my quarters on top of it, so that means I'm next, like it is at a pool
like
hall.
a pool table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call next, and don't you dare fucking use my quarters. I will flip the fuck out. Because I don't know if you know, we're in a quarter shortage.
Right.
Yeah, quarter shortage. Because that happened during COVID. Apparently, a bunch of arcade gamers decided to hoard all the quarters.
Yeah.
You know?
Bunch of fucking nerd losers.
Yeah, a bunch of
Oh, let me
dickheads.
play Pac-Man at the arcade.
Yeah. Or do laundry a
Yeah.
lot or whatever people are using it.
Yeah.
You remember DuckTales?
Yeah.
You Scrooge McDuck?
Yeah.
How he would jump in the big ball pit of quarters
And
or
swim
coins?
and yeah.
Yeah, somebody did that
Right.
for real with all the quarters
Yeah.
during COVID.
And definitely it wasn't you who
No.
who has now
Absolutely
stockpiled
not.
masks, hand sanitizer,
COVID.
the all female M&M packets.
Yeah, women's
And-
underwear from the laundry room downstairs.
Right. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I guess that's another thing. Yeah.
Well, I was just making sure it's like good. You know what I mean?
right.
So, and if you're a woman that's hot that was looking for those real nice panties that you lost, hit me up.
Yeah.
Come get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably limited to what, the 2 or 3.
Yeah, there's only a
Women
few
who
people
live here,
and
yeah.
it might be the wrong woman.
Right.
In that case, here, take it back. Don't even come in my apartment. Get
Right.
the fuck out of here.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So, but if you're one of those other girls, come get it. And then also, maybe I'll give you some other ones that don't ask where they came from or anything, but you can
Some
have
other
those.
used underwear.
Well, I don't know if they're clean. Okay.
Yeah.
They've
But
been
they're
put-
not in the package new.
Sure. But I mean, well, aren't thongs like in like a pile at the fucking thong store or whatever? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I've
Victoria's Secret?
I guess I haven't.
I'm pretty in
seen
touch with
how
women.
they're
and-
sold.
Yeah, it's not because I just hang out at Victoria's Secret and I'm like searching through the underwear and they're like, "Are you shopping for like your girlfriend or whatever?" I'm like, "Fucking, I'm actually single. I'm
Yeah.
looking for. What do you want to try these on for me and see what's up?" You know.
And then you're kicked out of the mall.
Yeah, they're
and
like,
it's a
"Can
whole
you
thing.
get the fuck out of the mall?" It's like, "Oh, I guess I just can't hang out by the underwear and ask ladies to try it on for me, see how it looks."
Right.
I guess that's bad.
Yeah.
It's fucking, I'm tired of living in this society that's not sexually liberated like I am.
Same.
You know?
Same. Yeah. Just always women being shamed for polyamory and men being shamed for that too.
Yeah.
You know, we saw it with the Megan Hall lady, right?
Yeah.
In the police department, who's just a laughing stock now. People making all these memes about her that are not funny. I posted a video about this on our Instagram page because I was so upset about it. And I was just it made me so sad and so sick that they would make fun of this sexually open woman like
woman
this.
that's just
slut
fucking
shaming
everybody in the precinct.
Right.
You know, like part of working at that police precinct is getting, you know, tag teaming her
Right.
with the boys.
Right.
You know
And-
how like police have those like ropes courses they got to do?
Mhm.
They got to like climb a wall and like, I don't know, shoot
Do physical
Yeah.
challenges.
yeah. Like double dare.
Right.
Yeah. At the end of it, you and a teammate have to put her on the rotisserie. You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, totally. And yeah, we think in that case, you know, we stand with her 100%. She was unjustly fired for doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Right. They're like, oh, she had sex on like at the police station and during like while she was on the clock and
Yeah.
with all these other coworkers and violated protocol. It's like you're just trying to penalize a sexually open woman.
Yeah.
God forbid women are promiscuous and fun, you know?
Like if we work with a woman, we encourage her to have sex at work.
With us.
With us.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That goes
without saying. Yeah.
If you have sex with somebody at work that's not us, oh man, are you
We are
getting fucking fired.
We are reporting you so
Both
fast.
of you are getting fired, and then after you get terminated, like the hot girl that had sex at work, we're gonna come by and be like, "That I heard about what happened at work."
I also
that you
saw
got
the
fired."
video of
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah.
and
She's like, video. And I'm like, yeah, I have my own cameras set up
There's cameras
just to be safe.
in the office,
And I would hate
the work environment, safety,
and I would
issues.
hate for that video to ever get out there.
Mhm. And then maybe we could make a video, you know.
Right.
So just you know, yeah, to even things out, make things nice, you know.
Yeah. How is that gone?
How's that? Not good, not good, you know. But that's just because society,
Yeah.
you know, women are like, oh, I don't want to make sex videos public, and it's like
With some random coworker.
that's frustrating.
Yeah.
That, you know, like, so you don't want to start an OnlyFans. You don't want to make $8 billion a month
Right.
doing OnlyFans.
Right.
And by making $8 billion, I mean me making $8 billion off having sex with you one time,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
And then sharing it on my page that's pretending to be you.
Right.
I've used your social media profile pictures as some sort of
Catfish situation. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like chatting with all these guys.
Right.
I'm like doing like, yo,
girlfriend experience.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, hey, oh my God, I'm so wet.
Right.
You know? And then these guys are like, oh, fuck yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm definitely a woman. And they're like, why'd you say that? Why would you say that? I'm like, because I am.
Right.
You got a problem with it? All caps, you know? And they're like, this is a weird girlfriend experience.
Yeah.
Try me, bitch.
Right.
I'm a fucking woman. You know?
You start getting all aggressive.
Mhm. Then I FaceTime. I'm like, oh, you just blocked my FaceTime? Answer the fucking FaceTime. And then they answer it, and it's me. They're
Right.
like, you're not a girl. I'm like, fuck you. This relationship's over.
Yeah.
But still stay subscribed to my OnlyFans, please.
Right.
New content's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really brave work that you're doing. But
Yeah.
yeah, so this Megan Hall thing, again, it makes us sick to see the vilification of this woman. And none of the men are being criticized at all. It's just all the women.
Wait, really?
Well,
Not at all.
I mean,
They're
they
not
are-
facing.
I mean,
they all
they got fired. They got
yeah.
fired too. But there's no memes about them, you know.
They're in the memes.
Right, but they're not like the
butt of the
main.
joke.
They're not the butt of the joke. Exactly. She's the butt of the joke, and
Sure.
they're just like,
But isn't it because there's the one woman that's getting plowed by
yeah,
an entire
just let me
precinct?
have my narrative.
Okay,
All right.
okay, sure. Yeah.
So isn't it fucked up?
That is
like,
fucked up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
So-
is a pro women's podcast,
Yeah.
and if you're a woman that wants to get plowed out by 75 dudes, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking to us,
Right.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
But this, awesome.
Right. And so we would say Megan Hall hit us up in our DMs, but she's married and
All cops are bad.
right. But we like female cops
Yes.
who are unjustly persecuted for their sexual behavior.
Mm-hmm.
But all cops are bad.
Yeah.
But we like girl cops because we believe all women and women are futures female and girl bosses. We
bosses, yeah.
support working women. But all cops are bastards.
Yeah.
But go Megan Hall.
Yeah.
But abolish the police.
Mm-hmm.
And if none of that makes sense to you, then maybe you're just a fucking
I
idiot.
think that makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense.
If you make if you just draw a line, like an arrow
Mm-hmm.
to each of those points, it's going to come back around
Right.
and be a circle.
Right.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
a snake eating its tail.
Right. So we would say, nice. So we would say Megan Hall hit us up, but again, she's married and we don't want to meddle in her relationship, even though she's clearly in like an open relationship and that's what she does. But we don't want to, it's not for us.
Yeah. And didn't the guy say that he's like, I'm cool with that?
I think so.
There-
Or
she's, like,
well,
married
he's
to-
staying with her.
Yeah.
The guy is staying with her.
So
the husband.
That was like their thing, right? Her
There's
getting-
conflicting reports of how open their marriage was.
that's
But
conflicting by like what everybody said and then what he said. He's like,
Yeah.
actually, it's not open. This
Right.
is interesting news for me to find out this way.
right. Well, and that's
was it that or
I honestly am not sure what the latest word is on that, but
it is weird too because it's like, okay, this lady's getting plowed out, cheating on her husband,
Mhm.
if that's what's going on, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember, months ago we talked about the Adam Levine Sumner Stroh
Right.
situation, and like everybody's like, he sucks, right?
Mhm.
Because he was having an affair with this lady. you
yeah.
know,
Well, he said it was never physical. He said it was just like
an emotional.
Just- or that it was they were just like chatting. They're like texting and DMing that he said he never like
They never banged?
that's what he said. She says they did.
Huh. It's a interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The comments on that, if you don't remember that was Sumner Stroh.
Yeah, it's good memory of that name. And it's
I've been keeping tabs on what's going on.
Oh,
with
okay.
her, just to make sure. I want to check in with her mental health, you know.
oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm
That's
just like, hey, I don't know if that I'm sorry that whole Adam Levine thing happened.
Right.
But, just so you know, like, I'm here if you need anything.
right.
Just hit me up.
And then you say like the same text or same DMs to her that like Adam Levine said.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, holy fucking fuck.
Your ass is
that body
fire.
that body of yours is insane or
Yeah.
whatever he
Yeah, I
said.
send her that, and then I also send her that Maroon 5 song, "She Will Be Loved."
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, this could be us, but you playing, you know.
Nice.
And I send her black memes from Black Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has she responded to any?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But you know, she's probably busy and
Right.
fucking bullshit going on. But we'll figure it
She'll
out.
respond eventually.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
you'll show up at her door and she'll have to respond.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
So yeah,
That's how
at a
that-
certain point, yeah.
that's how that works.
Yeah,
It's-
you're-
you just put yourself in the path of a person, and then they got to talk to you. You know, that's how you start a dialogue. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you start a dialogue by saying, "Hey,
By running into someone.
yeah, whoops,
Yeah.
oh man, that's crazy. You were also trying to enter your apartment. That's weird. I can't believe you were just trying to go in this apartment that you live in. I was also doing that." And she's like, "What? You're breaking into my apartment?" I'm like, no. I have a key, actually.
Right.
You're like, "How did you get a key to my apartment?" Don't worry about it. But
Yeah.
why don't we go in and have a conversation
Right.
about us?
Right.
You know?
And then she's like, I don't feel comfortable with this. And then you just
And lift up my shirt, and then there's like a little gun peeking out the bottom there. I'm like, oh, my shirts are too short, you know?
because I'm so tall.
Yeah, I'm really tall, and I thought my hip bone was fucked up. It's just this Glock I got here.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe we should have a conversation. you
Yeah.
know?
So hit us up in our DMs, Sumner Stroh. And if that sounds fun to you,
Yeah.
or just respond to our fucking messages
Mhm.
already
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
things escalate. But I mean, there's no
And
danger
Adam
on your
Levine's
part,
not
but-
gonna. He's not gonna. It's not gonna work out with him. So
Yeah.
forget about it.
Right.
Okay? He's made his bed and he's sleeping in it with his wife like a fucking jerk.
Right.
Okay. So we are open.
Yes.
So
Yeah, we talked about all cops being bad, being bastards. Also, all cops are white supremacists, racists. And no better time to discuss that right now with the murder of Tyree Nichols in Memphis. 5 officers beat him to death. He died 3 days after his beating. He was pulled over. Why was he? I didn't see why he was pulled over.
Really clear on the details.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like this guy was just stopped. Did you watch the video?
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Yeah.
He like gets away, and then like I saw them like they had him at the stop. He got away, like ran away. Then I like cut to they caught up with him later or something. So and
Right.
then-
I'm a little confused on the whole timeline of the events, but I did see him kind of like being held up like a rag doll, and then like different cops are just going around and like taking turns like beating the shit out of him.
yeah,
And
it was rough.
horrible police brutality. But the most important thing about it was that it was white supremacist.
Yeah,
Now, what race were all 5 cops?
don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it.
Yeah,
That's not important.
Just shut up about it.
Just know that the victim was black, so
Yeah.
it had to come back to white supremacy.
Yes.
And by saying that everything is white supremacy, it totally doesn't just diminish the meaning of that word
No.
to the point where actual acts of white supremacy
Yeah.
lose their meaning.
Yeah.
Because when we call everything white supremacy, it completely washes away the meaning of the word, and now it's just a useless term.
Yeah.
It's not that.
No, it's not that at all.
This is white supremacy.
Yeah. Well,
And-
I saw some really brilliant tweets from people that were trying to say that this situation where 5 black cops killed a black guy, how that was racist.
Mhm.
It's because the idea of policing is racist.
That's
that
right.
That was what I saw in the tweet, which
Right.
is really a brilliant point.
Right.
Because police, I think they're saying something that like policing was like started because of racism.
Right. Because it started as runaway slave patrols to round up the runaway slaves, and it's still the same vibe as that.
Yeah.
And just
There was
Don't-
no such thing as police until slavery.
until slavery in America.
In America. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Forgive. Yeah.
Yes.
There was no justice or law being,
Done in any other country or society
Yeah.
but the United States in the 1800s and beyond. So,
yeah.
or I guess earlier than the 1600s, right? When the slaves started coming over here, 15 or 1600s. But so that's when policing started.
Mhm.
And it was just a function of white supremacy and racism, and just don't look into like other countries every country
Yeah.
has police, but that's also racist.
Yeah.
Even countries in like that are like all black in
Yeah.
Africa,
Yeah.
like those police, and
that's white
there's
supremacy.
no white people for thousands of miles.
But that's because of white supremacy.
That's white supremacy
Yeah.
too.
yeah.
So Africa or the Middle East or Asia or these countries where there's no white people around, those police are also white supremacists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about is how can we make every situation about racism? And also, hey, and another thing that maybe this has to do with climate change. That's another one.
You know what else?
What else?
Capitalism.
There you go. Yeah. These are just go down a checklist and like just check all those.
Yeah.
As those have to be inserted into every single thing that we talk about.
Yeah. And so-
if it doesn't make sense, just talk about it until you might be able to barely tie it together. And then that's enough. That's
Right.
all you have to do.
Right. Something else I saw was that 2 of the 5 cops who were part of this beating were hired after the city of Memphis greatly lowered their hiring standards for police. And I'm not sure exactly specifically what were the qualifications that allowed these cops to be hired that they wouldn't have been hired in otherwise without these lowered standards. But they were brought on after it became easier to be a cop. And we think that
was the problem with policing before, is that the standards were too high.
Or this. Well, the standards
you
are.
know what I'm saying? Like, all this problem with police stuff, it was because the standards were too high. So they were like, we got to lower them.
Right. But now it's a problem that the standards are low because you have these people who aren't fit to be cops becoming cops. And what is the answer? Okay, so we have a problem, right?
Yeah.
We have a problem in this country where.
Just one?
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we have a problem in this country with the police. The problem with the police is that too many are not properly trained. They're not fit for the job. They don't have the emotional
They have
temperament.
guns and they use them.
Yeah. Well, that goes without saying.
Guns
but,
are bad.
Yeah. They don't have the intelligence, the qualifications, the temperament, all the things you look for to be a good police officer, right?
Yeah.
So we have
What are the good qualifications of being a police officer?
being racist, being a white supremacist, and being a piece of shit who beats his wife and is dumb. Yeah.
And those are all gunshots, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back to what I was saying. So there's clearly a problem with police, with like these bad apple police, right?
Yeah.
Too many of these cases with these so-called bad apple police, and I use that term ironically.
Bad apple.
You haven't heard that with like,
Is that?
well, when like the back the blue people are like, when something like this happens, it's like, oh, it was just 5 bad apples.
Okay.
It was just 5. It wasn't the whole bunch. It was just the bad apples.
Okay.
And so like they're just like exceptions basically, and not
So they're
emblematic
basically,
of the
so
whole.
these people are saying, like, when a crime is committed, it's the people involved in the crime who should be at fault, not the entirety of the entire system.
Yeah, but again, don't mess up the narrative.
Okay.
here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah, it's all good. So,
Yeah.
so going back to this. So, yeah, we have these, we saw this Tyree Nichols, George Floyd, all these other police brutality incidents, right? Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
All these other incidents of bad policing. It's like, look, we have a problem. The police are not doing their job well. You have people on the force who should not be police. They're not qualified to be police. So, what is the solution to that? Defund the police.
Nice. That makes so much sense.
so
no
by-
police.
Yes. Or just, or
Think about this. No one would be, like, shot by police
if there were no police.
illegally. Yeah.
Yeah.
If there were no
Well, so
police.
that's the end goal,
And
is
look,
abolishing.
this is like the whole idea of like policing a neighborhood is racist.
Right.
So like what you really need is you need a person that kind of looks like we do currently.
With a clipboard.
Yeah, with a clipboard that stands kind of close to crime happening. And then when it starts to happen, we kind of push our glasses up our nose and we go, excuse me, maybe don't do that. And that should be enough.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's all you do.
Yeah.
That's
So,
policing, is going like a librarian shushing a kid
Right.
in a school.
and they'll listen. The
Yeah,
criminals
that
will listen.
always works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that makes perfect sense. You see cops who should not be on the force, and the answer to that is defund the police. So we need to reduce pay for cops.
Yeah.
So
lower the standards to be
lower
cops more.
lower the standards even more. Strip resources away from the police department, so their hiring standards are worse. Their training
They
is
need
worse.
that one chick to come in
Their
and fuck
equipment is
everybody
worse.
too.
Right.
That also would be
That too.
probably good.
Yeah. But yeah, the answer is defunding. We need,
What if you were committing a crime and then a police lady came in and sat on your face? What about that?
I mean, that's a great
It's a pretty
point.
good idea.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you detain criminals.
Right.
That might actually make crime go up, though. You know what I mean?
Because people would intentionally commit crimes just so that lady
like,
would.
whoa, man, I'm stealing this stuff from Walgreens.
Right.
But maybe they would comply. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like, stop resisting, and then they would be like, I'm not.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know.
Right.
But I think that's a good idea.
Right. So as we've said, starting back when the George Floyd killing happened, the answer to bad police is defunding the police, taking funds away from the police so their pay is less, the incentive for good people to become cops is lower, the standards are made lower, all the training is worse and less extensive. That will solve the problem.
Yep.
That will make these types of incidents not happen again by taking funds and resources away from the police. That's totally not the
sense.
opposite
Yeah.
effect that will happen.
Yeah. That seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
And I think that's how we solve America.
Right.
And if you're one of those assholes that is what about all the crime stuff that's going on? Like Walgreens and like stores are just getting looted constantly. People are getting robbed in broad daylight. Like, shh. Let's not talk about that.
Right.
We're not talking about that right now.
Yeah. We don't have a crime problem, okay? We
Yeah.
have an income inequality
Yeah,
problem.
maybe that's capitalism.
Capitalism. Yeah.
There you go. Mm.
And it's like, okay, Chris, Cole, what are your solutions to solve this rampant crime? Capitalism?
Yeah. Well, no,
There.
not capitalism.
Well, that's why I'm saying like
that's not going to solve it.
that's
we
the
need
cause of it. Yeah.
communism
Right.
to solve it.
Right.
Yeah. So like everybody gets all their stuff taken, and then the
there's
state
no money.
decides
Yeah.
how much you get, and what you get is what you get. Fuck you.
Right. And there's no money.
Yeah.
There's just rations provided by the government, 3 meals a day,
Mm-hmm.
which, you get like one piece of bread and maybe some peanut butter.
I mean, and a lot of people are intermittent fasting, so you really only need 2.
True.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of people think skipping breakfast is healthy, and So
we're for that.
so
too.
let's save the cost by we'll just do a lunch and dinner for everyone, 1 piece of bread, some sort of canned meat or spread.
No, meat is bad.
Oh, true.
Remember, meat is bad.
Right.
Lucky Charms is better for you than meat.
True, and frosted mini wheats better.
Yeah, because it's only frosted
Only one
on
half.
one side.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it was frosted on both sides, it'd probably be equal to steak, but it's actually better because,
Right.
and if that doesn't make sense to you, you aren't a nutrition expert like we are.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So if none of that made any sense to you, again, you're just an idiot. I don't know what else to say at this point. You're too stupid. You're dumb. We're smart. You're not. Fuck you. Pay us. So.
Well said.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, we hope that these 5 and now 6 Memphis police officers.
The 6th one is a white guy, finally.
Thank
they
God.
They threw a white guy into the mix.
Thank God.
Now, I didn't see
white
that guy
is
in
involved.
any of the videos that I saw, but I'm sure that he was there.
Definitely was.
And if we can get somebody in some sort of CGI situation to put a white guy in there just to help out the narrative here, that would be great.
Yeah, that would be
So
really
please
nice.
do that. Yeah.
So that was a tragedy. But again, the answer to prevent things like this from happening again are defunding the police. So there are lower paid cops there, less capable, qualified, and intelligent cops, less trained cops. That will create better situations moving forward.
Yeah. That being said, we're talking about racism. I think it's important that we talk about the Disney ride Splash Mountain being closed for good.
Speaking of the important
This
issues.
is so important.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if you heard, but Disney is closing Splash Mountain forever because this article I just found here. Let's see. It says in Los Angeles, the once iconic Splash Mountain ride in Florida's Disney World is now officially closed. The ride, which first opened in 1992, closed Sunday after it was announced in 2020 that Disney had plans to reimagine the ride after numerous complaints due to its association with the 1946 movie Song of the South. Are you familiar with this movie?
No.
Yeah, me neither. But it's of course racist, so duh. But with racist stereotypes and Old South tropes, Song of the South is a mix of live-action cartoons and music featuring an old black plantation laborer named Uncle Remus, who enchants a white city boy, and with fables of talking animals. Groups including the NAACP protested the initial film's release. The NAACP in 1946 called it an idyllic master-slave relationship, which is a distortion of the facts. And if you forgot what we were talking about, we were talking about a log ride. Okay?
Right.
We are talking about a log ride where you get wet.
Right.
Okay?
And if you are interested in...
Yeah, if you're a woman and you want to get wet, hit us up because Splash Mountain's closed, but Splash Mountain at the TooWokeBoys studio is open.
Yeah. Open 24 hours a day. But most importantly at around, I don't know, 2 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah. But, yeah. And you got a fast pass.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be pretty fast. You know? You might be like, that was really fast. And it's like, all right, take it easy, lady.
Right.
Plus, the ride's closed now, so you gotta go.
Yeah.
All right, you got
ride
wet.
is closed.
You got wet
for good.
You got wet.
You got splashed on.
Yeah, you got splashed on, and sure, none of the wetness is your stuff, but you're still wet. So please leave the Splash Mountain while we clean up the ride for the next passenger.
Right. Who may or may not be outside the door right now. So you got to leave.
Off the.
You got to leave out the back, actually.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's like one of the. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, and she's like, there's no back. It's like a window. I'm like, just go out of it. And she's like, you live on the 3rd floor. I'm like, you'll figure it out. And just push her out she'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's part of the ride.
It's true.
A 3-story fall.
Yeah. It's like the drop is coming up.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Are you ready for the drop? She's like,
scream.
What?
Woo!
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to be this tall to ride this ride.
And there's also a width. There's also a width.
Also, weight capacity is very important for these rides.
The ride is dangerous if the weight ratio is bad.
That's right.
So we
you step on the scale and let's make sure you're not too heavy.
Yeah, and we need to see some pictures before you get on the ride.
Right.
We're gonna do one of those, like, you know how the TSA, you got to go through that thing and it like kind of shows your body shape.
Yep.
We need to see that. So hit us up.
Yeah, we have one of those scanners.
We got a don't ask where we got a giant fucking TSA scanner.
Right.
Right.
And don't ask where the images are being sent to when it does the full body scan that can like see under your clothes.
And when you're in it and you're getting scanned, don't ask like, why is there a red light and it says recording? Why does it say that? I've been to the TSA. It didn't say recording. Yeah. And I'm like, don't worry about it. This is a home model.
Right. Home security.
She's like, it doesn't look like a home model. It looks like it's literally been ripped from an airport TSA.
Yeah. Like, how would you transport that from the airport?
A giant thing like that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right. It's all part of the ride safety.
Right.
Anyway. So back to the ride here. Change.org petition quickly gained steam with over 21,000 signatures stating that the ride is steeped in extremely problematic and stereotypical racial tropes. Splash Mountain at Disneyland in Anaheim, which opened in 1989, will also close soon. That the date for that is to be determined. Both rides will reopen as Tiana's Bayou Adventure, featuring Disney's first Black Princess in late 2024. The ride will be based on the 2009 animated film The Princess and the Frog, which debuted Tiana, the first Black Disney princess. Okay. Let's see. The redesign is a continuation of Disney's longstanding history of updating attractions and adding a new magic, according to the original announcement. And the ride will be one that all of our guests can connect to, with, and be inspired by. It speaks to the diversity of millions of people who visit our parks each year. All right. So that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
We love that.
absolutely.
So do you think that that's a good way to do the ride? You get on a log ride and then like everything's like racism is bad and it's your fault.
Yes.
Like, instead of like seeing like, oh cool, look, a Disney movie, and then woo, you get wet at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just maybe you should go through and it's all of the like police brutality situation, like just a depiction of that. And then
Yeah.
at the end of it,
Just videos of police brutality. Yeah.
and then it's still a log ride, but
Right.
you know.
And Disney, they have the best technology out there. Instead of just a video on a screen, how about a rendering of like a hologram, like
Okay.
a 3D hologram of police beatings and murders,
Yeah.
and let's put that in there.
Mhm.
So
That
it
sounds
feels
like
like you're right there. You got a front row seat.
That seems like a fun ride.
Yeah.
People would love that,
Yeah.
Take your family on that and just be like bummed out.
Right.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't like this whole like, oh, the happiest place on earth. Well, I'm going to go here to escape. Ooh, escapism. Well, I'm going to go have fun and forget about all the horrible things in the world. Guess what? You should never forget about the horrible things happening in the world.
The world
How
sucks.
dare you try to go to fucking Disneyland or Disney World?
How dare you?
Thank you. Yeah, like we said, how dare you?
How dare you?
And we stuck to that promise of saying, fucking how dare you?
That's right.
Go to a Disney park with your kids to frolic around and take pictures with Minnie and Goofy. Oh, look at all the happiest place. Ooh, utopia. There's income inequality. There's police brutality.
Capitalism is bad. Now buy a Disney Fast Pass and a gold tier ticket so you can ride all the rides as fast as you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pay for parking.
Yeah.
$75 a day.
Right. It is never okay to enjoy life. It is never okay to laugh. Go to a comedy club. Are you fucking kidding
Ew.
me?
Comedy, the thing that I used to do,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah.
That's why I quit.
Right.
Yeah. Not because no one would book me
Not
ever.
because you were really, really bad at it.
No,
and just a
not
total
that
failure
at all.
And
I
blacklisted.
mean, I was killing it. It's just the crowd didn't get it.
right. Right.
That I was too edgy and too good. And by edgy, I mean saying exactly what you're supposed to say right now.
Right.
Yeah. I'd go up there and I'd scream racism is bad. And then people would be like, okay, we're just trying to watch a comedy show. And be like, oh, are you? Capitalism? Ew. And then I drop the mic. Or I take it with me.
Right.
And they're like, can we have the mic
They're like,
back?
you're kicked off stage. It's like, well, I guess the
Yeah.
show's over.
Show's
because
over. I'm taking the
I'm
show
taking the
with
mic
me.
with me. Yeah.
That's right.
Then you just steal the mic and run out the door.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm still talking into it at people. I'm fucking funny. Fuck you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a shame that your comedy career had to end like that.
I'll drop a special. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. You know, it's okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Special's coming, from the boys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what would a special of yours look like?
Nanette.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of like that.
Yeah.
Except for less funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one was
Less funny, more
more
trauma.
poignant.
Yeah, more poignant,
Yeah.
more trauma.
Yeah. More traumatic.
Yeah.
That's how I want people to review the comedy. They're like, the comedy was traumatic. I never laughed once. I actually was upset.
Right.
Yeah. That's the comedy.
Yeah, it was
That's good comedy.
it was
now.
physically upsetting to watch the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the type of reviews
Yeah.
you want.
It's like the kind of people that you remember the Saw movies?
yeah.
Yeah. You know how it's like it's uncomfortable to watch?
Right.
That's the kind of comedy.
The same type of feeling you want to
Yeah.
elicit in your
Yeah. Like
audience
torture.
for your
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Right.
Like torture porn.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Like they're literally being
Yeah.
tortured by
And
having
they
to
are
watch you
kind
on
of
stage.
like the second my special starts, you are strapped to the stage. Like you are
to
chained to
your
your
chair.
chair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that guy from the Saw movie comes up, I want to play a game with you or whatever. And then everybody's like, what the fuck is that? And then I come out and they're like, everybody's like, get me out of my fucking chair. What is going on here?
Yeah.
And then buckle up.
I mean-
Comedies, I come out in a leather jacket, got caution tape on my mouth. I'm going to say whatever. I don't even care.
Right.
Women are the future.
Right.
Racism is bad.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, that is a good way to get an audience. Just
Yeah.
literally imprison people there for an hour.
Yeah.
Strap them to their chair, handcuff them.
Yeah.
They have to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't laugh, there's going to be guards
Oh, yeah.
like watching the audience and like they're going to hold up laugh signs.
Yeah.
And if you don't laugh,
Yeah.
like you're going to get tortured further.
Yeah. And you know how a lot of comedians do crowd work?
Mhm.
I do crowd work, but it's just me in the crowd beating the shit out of people there. Oh, you're not laughing? Oh, you don't think it's funny? Fucking laugh now, motherfucker. Like grabbing your head. Fucking laugh.
Right.
Punch you in the gut laughter.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's comedy,
Yeah.
right? Crowd work.
That
baby.
would be an amazing
crowd
special.
work special. It's just me like
Just
like
fighting.
that. Yeah,
just fighting the
everybody.
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty good special, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to
Mhm.
your special. So stay tuned to Chris's social media to see when his special drops.
Yeah.
So speaking of comedians who we hate, I mean, we hate all comedians except for a few, but one of the ones we hate, Louis C.K. performed at Madison Square Garden the other day. Can you believe this?
You know what? Unfortunately I can believe that. It's like, cancel culture doesn't even work.
Right.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
This proves
This guy
that cancel culture doesn't exist.
that this guy who's only been able to self-produce stuff since his cancellation
and had to go dark for like
2-3 years.
3+ years afterward. Yeah.
Yeah. And has only funded his own shit from here on out forever.
Right.
Yeah. That's not.
Cancel culture doesn't exit.
So when you
'Cause
cancel
Louis-
somebody, your fan base should actually be taken from you somehow. Right. That's what you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
So if you're still a fan of Louis C.K. and you're at the Madison Square Garden show, like trying to have a good time and laughing, you're canceled.
Yeah.
And if you saw us there at that show in the audience laughing, that
Wasn't us.
wasn't us.
Yeah.
We were not there. We were there like, hey,
We were protesting.
yeah. Yeah, and those videos of us laughing really hard at Louis C.K.'s
In the front row.
unbelievable, hilarious jokes, that was taken out of context. We were
Right.
laughing at inappropriate times
Right.
to like throw off his show.
Right.
So that's what we were doing.
It's like the Joker when he goes to the comedy club and during like Gary Gulman's set when he's like laughing at the setup of the joke
yeah,
to like throw him off.
yeah,
That's what we were doing.
yeah.
Even though it looks like
You
we
ever,
were
had, you ever had that happen?
Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah.
Tough situation.
Yeah.
There was a special needs lady at a show one time that was just losing her mind.
Well, that's a whole nother thing.
It
Yeah.
was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, just super hard laughter, like at the wrong times. People, like you could feel the people around her, like, what's going on? And then I was like, just got to get through it,
Yeah.
That was a tough one. But yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, usually the issue for me in my slam poetry sets is that just no one shows up.
Yeah.
So
That's a tough
So I
one,
guess,
yeah.
it's not really an issue.
But
I've had.
that's underground poetry,
Right.
the most underground.
Right.
Like no one knows it's even happening.
Right.
That's
That's
how underground it is.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like people are like, we got to go to the spot. Like not too many people know about it, but it's pretty sick when you get there.
Mhm.
The poetry you're doing, there's not even a spot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what is going on here?
Right.
It looks like this guy's just screaming into a room by himself.
Yeah. Is it my bedroom? Yes.
Sure.
But that's how underground it is.
Mhm.
No one knew about it.
Yeah. That's pretty good poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, we love that.
yeah. And look, we talked about with Magenta, we believe that we are big believers in second chances for certain people, you know, formerly incarcerated people, former felons. We believe in rehabilitation and transitioning people from prisoner life back to society. Everyone deserves a second chance. We need to get people back into the workforce, back into life, give people their dignity back, let them work, let them have a normal life, let them learn from their lesson, and give people a second chance. But if it's someone who's been canceled,
Fuck you. You don't get a fucking second chance. You should fucking die. You should go to prison. And you should get the death penalty.
but that's right. But we don't support the death penalty. We think it's cruel and inhumane, and we don't support we don't support prisons at all.
No.
We want to abolish prisons.
Yeah.
Except for people who say or do the wrong fucking thing.
Yeah. In comedy settings.
And yes, you think yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
If you say or do
In
the wrong thing, yeah.
entertainment. Yeah.
If you're making a
Because the
goof-
world revolves around entertainment.
Yes.
That's what people, that's what people in like most of the country, in all of the country, it's not just people in LA or New York who are obsessed with like entertainment and thinks the world revolves around that. The world does revolve around that. Okay? People in middle America or the South or whatever,
Yeah, those dumb idiot
those
parts
dumb
of the
fucking
country
idiots.
where the fucking dumbest people live.
Yeah, exactly.
So all the people here that are really smart that moved here to be pretty on TV or models or whatever, that's where all the smart people live.
Yes.
Yeah.
But even those dumb people, their lives revolve too around entertainment. Yeah.
That we make.
Right.
Yeah. So it's important that we
That's what
educate
they care
those
about the most.
dumbasses that
Yeah.
live in that stupid idiot part of the country that we just fly over to go to gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you live in that part of the dumb idiot place, we're sorry. And thank you for following our show. And we love our fans.
Yeah. And if you're a hot girl there who's maybe
Who doesn't know she's hot?
who does yeah, we love that.
Who
Yeah.
hasn't like moved to LA to monetize her hotness
Right.
by like going to a gym, making front facing camera videos of her doing like squat thrusts right in front of the men's locker room and going, "Can you believe this fucking guy is trying to look at me?" And the guy's like, "I'm just trying to go into the bathroom. Why are you doing squats in a bikini bottom in front of the men's locker room?"
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love
that kind of
we love
content.
content like that. Yeah. And yeah, we support the women who set up their cameras to try to like bait men into looking at them. And like if a man comes over, like if he wants to use the rack that you're on, and if he comes over to try to like clear your weights when you're done, it's not just him being like a courteous gym goer.
Yeah.
It's him being a creep.
Yeah. Can you believe this guy that's wiping down the gym equipment that I just used right after I used it? What a gross asshole. And he's like, I'm just trying to work out after you worked out. It's just like you wipe down the machine and then use it. She's like, yeah, but you're using it after me, and I know why you're using it after me.
Right.
There's only one of those machines here at this gym, and we all have to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's in sports news, not that we fucking care.
We fucking hate
We
sports.
fucking hate sports.
And it's not because our picks are out of the Super Bowl
No.
contention. That's not why.
No, that's not at all why.
Yeah.
But the Kansas City Chiefs will be playing the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl in a couple weeks.
Is anybody trying to cancel the Chiefs thing?
Oh, people have, yeah,
Okay.
including us, yeah.
Yeah. But that doesn't seem to be a big,
I mean, it's not as big as Redskins because Redskins, obviously,
yeah.
a little more derogatory.
Yeah. But the Indians also, right? Didn't they change?
To the Indians changed to Guardians, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But still, Chiefs
But then
is a
there's
little more kind of not quite on the nose as those other names.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
So yeah, who are we? Are we going to root for the Eagles just because of that?
Would we be supporting Indian culture or Native American culture if we root for the Chiefs?
Good question. Or would we be supporting their racist ass name?
Mm-hmm. That's a tough one. I don't know. I feel like we should support Native culture. So, Patrick Mahomes, Native.
He's not Native. He's just
he
a
is
mixed
a Native.
black guy.
He's a chief.
Oh, okay.
He's a chief.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
If you put on the uniform, you are chief.
Right. You know what? I actually just made up my mind who I'm rooting for.
Okay. What do you got?
So some people are rooting for the Chiefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people are rooting for the Eagles. You know who I'm rooting for? Rihanna during the halftime show.
Nice. She's doing that halftime show. Tight.
Yeah. We cannot wait
We
for
love Bad Girl
Riri to just come out there, who's a billionaire, by the way, which all billionaires are bad, but she's an exception.
She's good. She's a billionaire.
Yeah, from her like makeup stuff. Yeah.
It's not from going in all of her videos.
I think that provided a few mil, but I think the bulk of her wealth came from her Fenty makeup.
Okay, Fenty makeup?
That's her last name.
We got to get in on this makeup bullshit.
Yeah, seriously.
Dude.
My God.
Ladies are making a lot of money on makeup.
Yeah.
Think about this. We would have the most masculine, feminine makeup. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we would be the only dudes supporting makeup in the whole thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like who else does makeup? Kylie, right?
Mm-hmm. Billionaire from makeup. Yeah.
Yeah. What's Riri?
Yeah.
It's all girls.
Right. There's not enough male representation.
No, there's
and look,
not. There's
men are
dudes that are
trash.
definitely starting to do it. I don't know if you've seen Sam Smith lately.
Right.
He is going for it.
Right.
Yeah.
With like makeup and stuff.
He's like a non-binary. He's doing that now.
Is he?
I think so. Yeah, he looks like he's powdering his face up. He's got makeup on.
Love that.
He's wearing like a dress.
We love that.
Yeah, he's really going for it, dude.
Yeah, that's good.
But he doesn't have a makeup line, so we have makeup, and it's not just fucking shit we stole from Walgreens. Okay?
Right.
And, what could be our hook on our makeup?
Would we market it to men or women?
Unisex.
Unisex makeup.
Got more people to sell it to.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Gender fluid makeup.
Gender fluid makeup. That's right. Yeah. Maybe
I say we have like a very open and
what about transracial makeup too?
I like that.
Like blackface.
Oh,
makeup?
blackface. Oh, so just literal blackface. Yeah.
Well, it's like if you're black, don't they sell like the shades? So you have to like test it, and you're like, that's like what I look like.
Right.
What if you're just like, I don't want to look like what I look like. Let me mix it up, and then it's just you get the opposite color of,
Right. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. But I say we go with a very like inclusionary, open-minded message with our makeup.
Okay.
And our makeup, the Two Woke Boys make makeup for everybody of all races, all religions, all genders, and all genders.
That's right. Yeah. Pets.
Oh, so
you put them on animals.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
a lot
I
of
guess
people
that
are
too.
like they tested on animals or that's bad.
Right.
But you can just put this makeup directly on animals.
Yeah.
It's totally cool.
Yeah, has anyone done
We don't
dog
test
makeup?
it on it, but just fucking put it on your dog.
We'll do that. Yeah, who gives a fuck? Yeah. So all species, all national origins, all ages.
You can also write with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like pencils and pens.
Right.
It's just, you can
Seems a little broad, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's how it works. And it's also dry erase.
Okay.
You can use it on a whiteboard.
Yeah. I'm not sure how effective it would be at makeup.
We'll figure
when
it
it has
out.
all these other
The more
applications,
uses
but-
it is, the more money we'll make. So
True.
it's like just use it for whatever.
Right. But
like if you're police and you kill a guy and you got to do the chalk outline, you do it with that one.
Okay.
Which is bad, but you need chalk. So
right. So our makeup is for everyone, unless you're a fucking Trump supporter, right wing piece of shit. Then get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you.
How dare you?
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot. You're
Yeah.
a fucking piece of shit. You need to be deprogrammed. You're in a fucking cult. You're a fucking moron. Fuck you.
But it's very inclusive and open
yeah.
and open-minded.
That was good because those people probably aren't going to wear makeup.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's a good polarizing shift there.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So that's what we're all about. We're about empathy. We're about open-mindedness. We
We're
want to
so fucking
reach out
empathetic.
to everyone, and everyone is important.
Unless you're a fucking Republican, then you should kill yourself.
Yeah, bitch.
And that's just the empathetic message we have. You know why we're empathetic? Because we go to therapy.
Yeah. Yeah. Going to therapy just makes you a better person.
Just solves everything.
It makes you a better person. And like sometimes I don't even go to therapy. I just send $300 to the therapist and I go, we got it this week. Shut the fuck up.
But just send me a confirmation of receipt.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to send that to women.
That's a screenshot.
Right.
Send me a screenshot of the invoice. I'm going to post that on my social media and say, I'm better than all of you because I go to therapy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't send me nudes. You know what I want? An invoice to your therapy. Like that balloon guy.
Balloon guy?
Yeah, that's the guy who said, remember the guy who put up like his like messages with balloons on the wall and then stood next to it and was like,
Wait, what are you talking about?
the balloon guy?
Yeah, who's this balloon guy?
He would put.
Did we talk about him?
Yeah,
on the
that's
show?
that's what he said about like the therapy.
Okay.
It's like, fuck sending me nudes. Send
Is
me
this like
an
the
invoice.
guy with a sign?
Yes,
thing?
but he did it with balloons.
Oh wow, that's very different than the sign.
And so
guy.
creative.
Yeah, that's peak content making. You know. Oh, that guy's doing a thing. I'll do the exact same thing, but kind of different by the thing I write on.
Yeah, here it is. Fuck nudes. Send me a dated invoice from your therapist so I know you're working on yourself.
Okay, yeah, I have seen
And then
that.
he just stands next to it with this expression, just
Yeah, I certainly don't want to fight that guy. Wow, that is, oh my God. I do not want to pop all of those balloons.
614,000 Instagram followers. Does he still do the balloon stuff? He does.
Why would you not do that? It's like you
Wow.
have to do that. You have to keep doing that. forever.
Normalize leaving people in whatever reality they've chosen. That was
Wow.
from December. This one. I like my coffee like I like my men, sliding off the roof of my car as I drive away. So this is a girl in this.
What does that even mean?
I think it's
There's
just
a guy falling off your car.
I think it's just a joke, but
Top comedy. We love it.
to everybody who didn't get a good morning text, rise and shine, ugly. How is this guy real?
Mhm.
Therapy isn't enough. I need all my friends to sign a document to say they're not secretly mad at me.
These are literally, this guy just like literally is taking tweets that someone else made and then is like putting a visual spin on them in balloons.
Are these? How does he get the balloons? Does he just tape them to the wall? Like, this must be a real hassle to have to do this.
Yeah. Could you imagine
I
that,
can't
like, your
believe he's
full-time
still
job
doing
is like,
this.
let me
Taping
go
balloon-
online, look up a tweet that's like from one of those stupid ass uplifting accounts. You know those like accounts where it's like, hey, little healthy reminder, you are enough.
You are enough. Mental health is important.
Yeah. Those kind of accounts.
Yeah.
Hey, it's 6 a.m. and I just wanted to let you know, go get it today. You know? It's your
At this-
daily reminder that you got this.
At this point, my coping mechanisms are probably worse than my actual problems.
Yeah. How many people do you think this guy's murdered? Like, he's literally probably killed
His
40 people.
Instagram, by the way, for anyone who wants to follow this brilliant account that's definitely
If
not the
you-
most
if you
infuriating
are, like,
thing
really
I've ever seen.
struggling with mental health and you need
Just-
like uplifting balloon content because you're a baby, this adult has got you covered.
You can't change someone by loving them harder.
Nice.
And then
What is
in the
this?
caption was, I don't know who needs to hear this, but
What is this guy's name?
So it's BLCKSMTH. So it's blacksmith, but without the vowels.
Okay.
So again, BLCKSMTH.
Wow.
Blacksmith without the vowels. And we just love this type of content.
613,000 followers. A smile is like a hug with your mouth.
Nice.
That's a good point. And if you're a woman and you want to smile on my penis, that would be cool.
Having a crush on someone feels like a mental illness.
Nice.
We love this like 40-year-old man talking about crushes.
Yeah. There's like, here's like a picture of him laughing, having a good time, so you know he's a good guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, definitely not the most
Thank
infuriating.
God. Thank God. Stop hating. Today is a good day for you to stop hating yourself for what someone else did to you. That's right. Nothing is your fault. Don't take any personal responsibility for anything.
Yeah, that's an important thing. That's what this podcast is all about, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another good one. A licensed therapist just told the worst person you know that they are enough.
See,
that's such a great point.
Shouldn't that be a thing that like against therapy? That like what if like Hitler went to therapy?
Right.
Like, is that good? Like he was like, there's a guy telling Hitler, he's like, you are enough.
Right. Speaking of that, I saw some tweets. I wish I had saved them about speaking of Hitler, where it was like something that's not talked about enough is all of Hitler's relationships were with girls who were under 18. They were 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds. Something that's not talked about enough is what a pedophile that Hitler was.
Mm.
And it's like, thank God that is being
now we
brought
got
to
him
light.
on something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like, I used to be a huge fan, but
was
now
okay until I found out about
Hitler's officially canceled.
Yeah.
So that was just a brilliant point being made, and we just love internet people
I
like
kept
that.
seeing, there was another thing I used to do a joke about this where it was like, people would be like, he was like a failed artist. His art sucked. And it's like, okay, there's other stuff he did that was pretty bad too, though.
Right.
Like, we don't really need to give a shit about the art.
The art.
Yeah.
The artwork.
I'm sure it's bad, but like, he did worse stuff, I think.
Yeah.
You know? That art had to be pretty bad. You know?
Yeah. And you know what he did that was worse? Dating a 17-year-old.
True. Yeah.
Eva Braun. I think that was her name.
Really?
I think she was 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't talk about that enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, finally.
Yeah. Got him.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good point to end it on here.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to plug here?
I don't think so. Just hit us up in our DMs. You can hit up Ally of the Show, Malcolm Kellner too, if you're a hot girl. And yeah, that's about it.
Yes. Follow Ally of the Show, Jeff Zinasek. Shows in LA. Let's see, February 8th in Culver City. Let's see. And yeah, go to jeffzinasek.com for dates, and follow Jeff on Instagram, Jeff Zinasek. Also follow both the boys on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever social media you have. Follow the boys. Also follow the TooWokeBoys account on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. And give us 5-star reviews on Spotify, 5-star reviews on iTunes. We need those. Those help a ton. And thank you guys for listening to the show. Send us emails at toowokeboys@gmail.com. We would love to give you just brilliant advice, because that's what we do, if you don't already know that. Yeah. And also, we would love to read your poems for Poetry Corner.
Yeah. Do we have any poems? I know
we do not.
Okay.
This week,
So send us your poems, and we want to read them and ask us your questions, like Chris said, because your lives are in shambles.
Mm.
Your
You need
lives are
us
sucked. You need us to help you and save
This
you.
is a mental health podcast.
right, and we're here to help your mental
'Cause
health.
our mental health is good.
right,
Despite
'cause-
what some people may say.
right,
And the law in
right.
some cases.
and the holes punched in our wall.
Yeah.
But hit us up and send us your questions, and we will fix your life because you need it, because you suck and
Your life
we're
sucks.
better. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything you do is dumb and stupid, and we are brilliant, awesome, cool people. So,
Well said.
yeah, thank you. That being said, thank you for listening to episode 131 of the Two Woke Boys. I am Chris,
And I'm cool.
and together we are two
Woke boys.
Wait, there we go.
Hear my voice
Get
this
an air
time,
horn.
this